Peace to you all. Today the topic is very sensitive, so I want you to listen carefully. You know, I don't know if any of you ever have a date with a genie. Me myself, I did. You know, it was I found actually what happened. I was drinking a Pepsi Cola bottle, and I found a genie in the bottle, and then since then we are happily married. Now you might be laughing because this is very stupid, right? But this is what the Muslims believe. Muslims believe that you can have sex and you can marry a genie, and even a jinn from the male jinn, he can have sex with Muslim women too. So let us prove our point, so no people will say that we are making fabrication to make Islam look stupid and look foolish. I will post the links underneath of the video. The question here, whether a jinn can take a person as a wife or husband, it can be answered in two perspectives. And here the answer. You know, I'm not going to read everything. You can read it yourself. It is, you know, is it possible? He said, the scholars, it is extremely rare, but not impossible. So it is possible that a human being he marry from a genie. If you remember the story of Sulaiman, when Sulaiman he went, we mentioned that we made a video before about it. Sulaiman he entered his bathroom and he cannot take the ring which Allah he gave him, because he is the lord of the ring, he's a huributer. So he left the ring with his wife, and then when he was in the bathroom doing his bupu, shaitan he come and he came in the shape of Sulaiman, and he took the ring and he became the king. And later the wives of Sulaiman, they noticed that this cannot be Sulaiman, because when he had sex with them, he is unbelievable. He don't stop, like, you know, he's like a gun. So they noticed that this cannot be Sulaiman, and this is how they reported him to the elder, and then the shaitan, then he ran away, and the story continue. You know, we can maybe make another video about it again. So based on this story, we will see that Muslims here confirming that even shaitan and the genie, shaitan is a genie, by the way. Don't be confused. Some Christians, they might think when they talk about genie, we are talking about demon. Absolutely not. Genies, according to Islam, is made from fire, and they are creatures, and even they eat and they do poo-poo and they have sex. So those are not what you are talking about. This is not about a demon. Don't mess it around. This is different creation, different belief. Muslim don't believe in demon. Muslim believe in genie only. So based on the story of Sulaiman, that the genie he slept with his wives, it means the Muslim believe that genie he can sleep with wives, even the wives of the Prophet, which is very weird, because how Allah allowed such a thing, that shaitan, because genie is a shaitan, by the way. If you go to the Quran speak about that. I will show you the verse after. So this is what the Muslims believe, and here the answer is coming about, is it possible that shaitan he marry a woman or a genie? The answer, yes, it's possible. Is it possible that a genie female marry a man or have sex with him? Yes, it's possible. So this is what the Muslims believe. Now the second question, is it principle for them, for the Muslim, to have sexual relationship with such a creature? The majority of Muslims, they say no. Some of them, they say it's okay, but it is dislike this kind of marriage. All right, according to the Maliki school of thought. So the most of the scholars agree that this should not happen, to marry or to have sex with a genie. And I want to warn you, genie are very aggressive in bed. My girlfriend, the genie, she is crazy, unbelievable. I don't know what to do with her. And so you have to be careful, and this is why the Muslim scholars, may Allah peace upon them, they are warning you that this is not an easy task. So don't go there, don't try it. Okay, so here we go. Muslims believe that shaitan, a genie, can have sex with them. Now where this belief is coming from? If you remember, Muhammad, he said a Muslim man, before he have intercourse with his wife, he have to say and mention the name of Allah, otherwise shaitan is going to do his wife. So the reference in the front of us, as you see, can a jinn have sex with my wife? And is this hadith is authentic? Absolutely, it's authentic. And here it says, when a man has intercourse, Muhammad said, narrated from Mujahid, that when a man have intercourse with his wife and does not name Allah, the jinn calls around, like he quills around his penis, and he had intercourse along with him. That meaning of the saying, Most High, whom neither man or jinn has touched before. Alright, so the genie, if you remember, when Allah He promised the Muslims the virgins, the genies and the human, they never touch them, which means they never have sex with them, and this is confirmed in the Quran. And the Quran speaks that genies, they have a children. And here I want to just make a fast comment about this. When the Muslim believe that shaitan, if you don't have certain prayer before you have intercourse, shaitan will share the bed with you, and he will be doing your wife. Actually, he will be literally the one having sex with your wife, not you, because as you see in the front of your eyes, shaitan will be surrounding himself around the penis of the Muslim, and he will be the one doing the women. And I remember a stupid Muslim, he came to me and he said, Christian, you know, you Christians are a bunch of filthy sons of the devils. And I know what he mean this hadith because according to Muhammad, the one who don't say certain prayer, as you see, shaitan will be the one who doing effing his wife. So he's accusing us that we must be the son of shaitan because our fathers, when they had sex with our mother, they did not say this prayer. Therefore, shaitan was the one who did our mothers. Okay, I'm just quoting him. And then I said to him, just to show you how stupid the Muslims are, as long as you agree with this, and I asked him, do you believe this hadith is accurate? He said, absolutely. Do you believe it's accurate? He said, absolutely. I asked him 3 times and he insisted. And then I said to him, based in this, if this is true, that if you don't say this prayer before you have intercourse with your wife, shaitan will be your father, that means Muhammad himself is the son of the devil. Because remember, Muhammad's father was not a Muslim and he was not a believer in Allah at all. So how you say such a thing when Muhammad himself is a son of a devil? And this is how stupid the Muslims are, and he started calling me names and cursing me and going crazy like a genie. Now, that being said, how would shaitan anyway have children to have sex with us? Because there's many of them. Remember the Quran speak about one shaitan, Allah He kicked him out of heaven. This is chapter 18 verse number 50. Alright, and in this verse speaking about shaitan, he have a children. He ordered the angels to bow down to Adam, but he got upset from the genie, which is very stupid mistake in the Quran, because genie is not an angel. Okay, be careful. You know, we as a Christian, we believe Satan is a fallen angel. Muslims don't believe it in that. Muslims believe that shaitan is a genie. He is not an angel. So imagine you order all the dogs to get out, and then you get upset from the cat for not leaving. That is very stupid. So now Allah here in the verse, he says that, are you going to worship him and his children? And then the Muslims, they get confused. How shaitan have a children? Allah He kicked only one shaitan from heaven, only one. All right, like when when Allah He ordered Adam and Eve and shaitan to get down, He said to them, ihbutu minha. All right, so He kicked only 3 creatures, that is the genie, shaitan, and Adam and Eve. That's it. So He ordered them to get down. But now the other verse in the Quran, it says, speaking about the children of the genie, the shaitan, not just a genie, a shaitan, his children. So how shaitan get his children? We prove to you right now from the believer Muslims that Muslims believe they can, a genie, he can have sex with women and he can have sex with men, which means there's a female genie and there's a male genie. But yet majority of Muslims, you know, they might say to you, we are not sure if shaitan can make kids based on this. But the fact already we prove it to you, because shaitan is the one who will wrap himself around the penis, as we showed you here, and he will be the one doing your wife, and the child will be the child of the devil. And actually there's different hadith says that everyone is a gay. He is a gay because his father did not pray that prayer when he was in the bed with his wife. So if you know someone he's a gay, according to Muslims, he is a gay because of this issue. His father did not pray. All right, but that will not make sense, because there's a lot of gays are Muslims. Especially I went in Asia, unbelievable. Like if I say 60% of the population in some locations for Muslims are gays, and I will not be exaggerating. Now as long as this is how the case, where the children of the devil is coming from. If we go to the Quran, the chapter, the same chapter we are reading from, chapter 18 verse number 50, you will see that Mujahid, he said that Iblis, he did literally, excuse my language, he if himself. So Allah he created to Iblis. I'm going to copy and I'm going to translate for you in Google Translation. So nobody will say, I will do it again, I was trying it. Alright. He created him in the right thigh, and a male, like he have a vagina, the translation not accurate. He have a vagina he have a male part in the right side, and he have a vagina in the left side. And then the translation coming here, he marry this. The fact doesn't say marry, because you are the same person, how we marry. So he if this with that, and this is refute the Muslim when they say that word nukah mean marriage. The word he translated as marry is the word nukah. But look, how you can do nukah yourself? You marry yourself? No. So he if this with that. How? He shake his legs and then he do intercourse to himself. So the nukah come in as an intercourse, as you see here with me. And then every day he laid 10 eggs, and from every egg there is 70 Satan and female Shaitan and male Shaitan come from those eggs. So according to the Muslims believe, Shaitan, he if himself, he do nukah to himself, which means if in himself, and he have a male private part in the left side of his leg, and he has a female private part in the right side, the male private part, in the left side the female private side, and he if himself in such a way, and this is how he was able to have a children. And those children later they will go and have sex with the women and men who they are Muslims. So now we understand that Islam believe that Shaitan is a creature who can have sex with a human, and that's very weird and very stupid. If we go to different places, we will see different hadith report many funny stuff from Muhammad. Muhammad, he said once that one day he was praying in the mosque, and a genie, he was disturbing his prayer. So what Muhammad did, he captured him and he tied him up to the pillars of the mosque. But in different stories Muhammad mentioned that those genies, they can take a shape of a snake, they can take a shape of a dog, and they can be even invisible. And this is weird. How Muhammad can capture something, can go invisible anytime he want, and he can go non-physical, he can go through walls. How you can tie up a genie who can be invisible, who can go without body, and you tie him up to the wall? And look, he tied him up and he wanted to show his friends that how the genie looked like. But just a second before they arrive, he let him go. Unbelievable story. Must be true. No comment. Then Muhammad, he says in different hadith that Shaitan, he piss in the ears of Muslims, and actually he sleep in their nose, as you see in front of you. And then in different hadith Muhammad, he said, this is the prayer you have to say before you have intercourse with your wife, otherwise Shaitan, as we showed you before, will round himself around your penis and he will be doing your wife. Then Muhammad in different hadith, he said that Shaitan, he legs. Now based on this, Muslims believe is clear that they believe that Shaitan can really have sex with a human, and we can have a sex with a girlfriend, she is a genie, and maybe we should open a genie dating website with a human, like a humangenie.com, meet a genie, or horny genie, or one night stand genie. I mean, you name it, I don't know what to say. This is, my friend, this is Islam. This is one of the most stupid religion, and those Muslims, when they speak about amazing religion they have, they are just fooling who? Fooling themselves, and fooling the fool only. So are you a fool? Well, that's a question you answer. Don't forget to read my books, Deception of Allah, Quran and Science in Depth, and the French book translation. Actually, there's more translation now in Amazon. You can search in Amazon.com my name, Christian Prince, and you will find all my books there, and soon the German book will be out. God bless you, and thank you very much.